What's up, everyone? This is While Your Kids Are Sleeping. Not your kids, our kids. Maybe your kids are sleeping. I don't know.
But this is While Our Kids Are Sleeping podcast. I'm Erin.
And Drew right here that cannot get his thoughts together and start this, episode. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll get my act together. But it's been a day.
It has been a day.
It has been a great day. Erin had herself a fabulous day. She went to a Braves game.
I did. I went solo.
She went solo. A lot of people go, wait a minute, your wife went to a Braves game by herself. She did. If you know anything about my sweet, beautiful wife, she, not necessarily you like to do things alone, but like you.
I don't mind doing things alone.
Exactly.
We didn't really have the opportunity to go together.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, just everything has not worked out for us to go together, and I still wanted to go, so.
Yeah.
Went by myself, and doesn't bother me.
Yeah. So like something about something I do for Erin sometimes is I'll say, hey, go have a night, go to the Green Jackets game, which is a baseball team here, and she'll go. I'll get her some tickets. We have a really good friend that sometimes gives tickets away, and sometimes he'll hit me up and be like, hey, what are y'all doing Thursday night or Friday night? And she'll go to that, and that's her little getaway. Two things she loves, reading and baseball. And you've probably definitely heard that by now if you've watched previous episodes. But yeah, she got to go to a Braves game, and we're going to chat about that because I know that's a crazy experience for you. But
and Drew stayed home with all three boys.
Yep.
So he had a busy day. He worked until noon and then got home around 1 and was by himself with the boys from 1 to 8:30, and he got all three down to sleep by himself.
It's a massive accomplishment. I was very proud of myself, and I know what some people are thinking. They're like, are you kidding me? You've never put your kids down. Y'all don't understand. We have 3 kids, 3 boys, wild adventurous boys, under 5 years old. I either have Captain explaining every single thing that's going on to me, Lion hiding in one of the closets with all his swords, or Saint just wanting to be held, or also getting into things that he shouldn't have. And he's still in that stage of putting things in his mouth, so we constantly got to watch him. But I'm a little proud of myself. You
should be.
I got Saint down by myself. He loves his mama, and usually you're the only one that can usually get him down. So when I put him down, I instantly texted Erin and said, I did it. Saint is asleep. I did it. I am very proud of myself. But besides that, we hung out at home. We watched the Braves game, looking for Mama all day. From I think the game was at 1:30, got done around 4:30. We were glued to the TV. At least me and Captain was. And we were trying to find you in the crowd. I thought I saw you one time, and then I realized you were wearing your navy jersey, not your white one. And so, yeah, but it wasn't you, sadly. But you sent me a couple pictures, and I kind of saw where you were. And I'm telling you, I was like, okay, they're going to commercial. Maybe it'll show fans. And I was looked, and I'm like, nope, Bubba, she's not there. I don't see her. So, but
I also wasn't doing anything. I realized that usually when they show fans, they're showing fans who are dancing or doing something fun, and I wasn't doing.
I would
any
have
of that.
lost it. I would have lost it if I saw you and you were dancing or doing something. That would have been hilarious, because I know for a fact, even if you did get on the camera and it had it straight on you, you would go,
No.
Get away. Get off of me. The game's over there. Anyways, but
I would need some liquid courage if I was going to dance on camera.
But yeah, you had experience. Mother's Day, I was like, you know what? Screw it. Go find you a ticket to go to a Braves game. And we were able to have this weekend off from weddings and filming. And we kind of I went golfing Saturday, and then Sunday I worked.
Friday and Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I did go golfing 2 days in a row.
And Wednesday.
Okay, we won't talk about that. Anyways, so I went golfing with some friends, some buddies of mine. Did not have a good day. Almost put down the clubs. It was that bad. But you know what? Again, we aren't going to talk about golf today. Yeah. So you went to the game and had yourself a good time.
I did. This is the first time I've been to Truist Park. I've been to several games at Turner Field back when I was younger. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, whatever.
It was Turner Field. The other day I could not remember what the name of what it was. And then I was like, whatever.
Yeah, I've gone to the game with my dad. I've gone with my mom before, but it was always at Turner Field. I haven't been able to go to the new stadium yet. So it was really awesome to finally get to go. I purchased a ticket, obviously beforehand, and I was not exactly understanding of what the ticket entailed that I bought. I did.
Mama went out, let's just say.
I did buy.
She had herself a good time.
Well, okay. I wanted a nicer seat. I didn't want to sit up high. I wanted to sit either on the first baseline or almost directly behind the catcher so I could really see the pitches. But I ended up being towards I was basically like facing Riley on third base. So I was like right in front of him, but I saw perfect angle of the pitching, hitting, everything was awesome.
Yeah.
I was really excited that Max Fried was pitching. I didn't know that when I bought the ticket, because they don't usually release who's pitching until closer to the day.
We bought the ticket like a month or two ago, maybe.
Yeah, beginning of July.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure where he was gonna fall in the lineup, because they have a certain lineup they do of pitchers, and they pitch that same rotation, and so I wasn't sure where the rotation was gonna be by the time Arizona came in. But yeah, they played the Arizona Diamondbacks, and the tickets were extra. Let's just say some extra things were included in this ticket that I didn't realize.
Yeah, she texted me one day and she's like, hey, I got 3 different tickets I want to go to sit. I said, okay. And she goes, so it's going to go from most to least or whatever. And so she sent me those, and I was like, okay, well, which one do you really want to sit in? And I was like, I already know which one she wants to sit. And so, yeah, it was a Mother's Day gift. You deserved it. You deserved it, having amazing seats. So,
well, I walked up. I paid for parking ahead of time as well. They have a lot of different places you can park and ways you can park. It was insane when I got there. But I was able just to walk right across the street, go into the park. And when I first walked in, I kind of just taking it all in, trying to figure out where everything was. I saw they have like I don't know if it's called Memorial Garden. It's something garden, but it's basically got all of the past jerseys in cases. It's cool. Got like replicas of they're basically like wooden bats and gloves to like, I don't even think they're wooden, whatever they are. They're replicas of all the golden bats and golden gloves that all the players have won from all throughout the years. They had a special going on about Hank Aaron on a projector screen. They had a big statue there, and then they also had like some stones and some it was like a little waterfall kind of thing. So it was, I would say it's a Memorial Garden. That might not be what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. It had pictures and all that. It had the 1995 World Championship ring and trophy. Obviously,
I remember watching that. Do you?
I was only like 9 months old.
Yeah, I remember watching that. David Justice hit that home run to win it.
That's nice.
It's a good time.
How old were you?
5, I think. 7, maybe. I don't know.
Interesting.
Doesn't matter.
Interesting. I'm about to say, you were born in 1988. That was 1995. How old were you?
Probably 7. I was 7 years old.
Some of us weren't that old.
Move on.
Anyways,
move on.
So yeah, I walked through that, and I got to look at all of that, and then I waited in line for the hat shop and got a really cool new Braves hat. I wear this black regular baseball cap with a white A on it every day, and this one is like a khaki, like a dark khaki color with a bronze or brown A on it and World Championship symbol on the side.
That's cool.
It's really cool. I really, really like it. I'll show it on here for anybody who's actually watching, but it's right here. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. I like the black and it's kind of like a Carhartt kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's got that Carhartt tan color.
Yeah.
And then it's got a really dark brown. It said bronze, but we're going to say brown. It's brown. It's brown. A. And then the World Champion Series.
White and brown.
White and brown on the side. So it was really, really cool. I got a pair of Brave socks and a keychain. I really like socks for anybody who doesn't know that I really like socks. But
the socks are size large, so if you need me to wear them, I can definitely wear them for you.
I think it'll be fine.
No,
they'll just, they'll go a little bit
they
higher.
Look comfy.
Up on my leg. It's fine. I'll work it out. I'll only wear them at home or, Well,
then that's just a shame to have such nice socks that just stay at home. I can take them out. We'll have a good time.
Whatever. Anyways, so I did all that, and then I went to go find my seat. And when I went to go find my seat, the guy scanned my ticket. I told him where I was at, and he said, all right, so this is the Delta Sky Club area. Do you know what that means? And I said, absolutely not. Don't have a clue what that means.
When you text me, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in the Delta Sky Club area, and this is amazing. And I was like, oh, cool. What is that? And then you sent me a video of you walking through, and it was insane.
It was crazy. He explained to me that this includes all my food and drink, snacks, all that's free. He said, so if you pay for food or drink while you're here, that is your fault. You shouldn't have done it. He was just joking around. He was a really nice guy. And he showed me where to go. And so I walked down the steps, and I walked through this tunnel and through these doors that led to the Delta Sky Club area.
You even got a nice little bracelet.
I did. I got a nice little bracelet, little Braves cloth-like bracelet thing to let them know that, hey, this is my Delta Sky Club thing. So basically,
and it was just like, yo, I'm here now.
It's fine.
I got the bracelet on. It's okay.
Well, when I walked into the room, I did not know what to expect, but it was like its own little world down there. It had 3 different bar areas. The main bar was huge, and all the beer and wine were included, all the alcohol, drinks, Coke, sodas, water.
Shoot, with how much we spent, should be free.
Snacks. They had several different stations where you could eat at that had fruit and cheese and pasta to tacos to hamburgers, hot dogs, sausage dogs.
Did you get anything?
I did. I got a taco, and it was a steak taco. And then I got some fruit. I did try a hamburger. It was good. I really wanted to try the sausage dog, but I just couldn't eat that much food. Like, the taco was really tiny. It had like 2 pieces of steak on it. It was like starter size, and you could get as many as you want. It was unlimited, but it was hot. So I didn't want to eat a whole lot of food and then go sit. And just go sit out there in the heat.
Smart. Very smart.
So I ate that, and then I ate like half of a hamburger. It was really good. It was really, really good. And then I drank a Coke and only drank half the Coke, and I just drank water the rest of the time because I'm telling you, it was hot. I spent some time in there because I got there a little early. I will say, next time I go, if I have a seat like that, I'm going to try to get there at 11 o'clock. The game started at 1:30. By the time I got parked and everything, I didn't get into the Delta Sky Club till 12. So that only gave me an hour and a half to do stuff. I don't even think it was like 12:30 actually when I got in there. And the people that were sitting next to me were saying they got there at 11:30, and they ate. So they had a lot more time to eat, let it settle, and do things before they went and sat in the heat. But I went from that room to my seat, and in a matter of like 3 minutes I was drenched in sweat because the seats were hot, they were leather, and the moment you sat down my thighs were burning
from the heat
from the sun blaring down on it. Luckily there was a little bit of a breeze today, so that was nice.
You still look good, girl. Because if I was out there and I was sweating, I would not be looking pretty.
Everybody was sweating. Like, it was hot.
Yeah, when I was watching the game, I saw the green seats, and they were really nice and cushioned. And I texted you, and you're like, yeah, I'm there, but it's hot.
It's hot.
And I thought about it, is like they've been cooking all day. Like, I mean, I couldn't imagine sitting down and you're like, oh gosh, you almost have to go buy a towel. To put down.
I was lucky that there were clouds in the sky.
That's true.
We would have moments where it was cooler because the clouds would be covering the sun, so it wasn't blaring down right on you, and then the wind would pick up, and so it wasn't miserable the whole time or anything like that. But it was really, really awesome. I had a little boy behind me, like 2 rows behind me, and every time one of the guys got up to hit, he would say, "All right, Olsen, hit a dinger," and then he would start yelling at Dion, "Hit the ball!" And I'm like, dude,
chill.
No, not even chill. Like, I was for it. He was he was into it.
I was about to say, because that's usually what you say.
I don't say dinger. I'm like, that his dad or somebody taught him that.
Yeah.
And so he's probably like a 7-year-old up there sounding like a 30-year-old man saying, "Hit a dinger, Swanson." And
hilarious.
It was hilarious. I really enjoyed his commentary behind me the whole game.
Yeah.
But he was funny because every time a play would happen and they'd throw the ball to first base, he was always cheering for Olsen, like, "That a way to catch the ball, Olsen. Good play." And then one time, Arcia had made this amazing play at second base, did this little twirl, did like a run and jump, threw the ball to Olsen. Olsen caught it and bounced up, and then Olsen caught it, got the guy out. And the little boy says, "Yeah, that a way to catch the ball, Olsen. Good play, good play." And I'm like, dude, what about Arcia? He's the one that made the play.
Yeah.
Olsen caught the ball for sure, but Arcia made that play.
Yeah.
It was insane. But the little boy was very entertaining. He definitely made the experience just even better.
Yeah.
I was totally for that. But it was a really good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you went. You deserve it. I always go off doing random things all the time, and you're always at home with the boys. And I was telling somebody this. This is a moment I want to brag on Erin. She doesn't know I'm doing this, but I went and played golf with a buddy of mine, and we were just talking, and he goes, "What's Erin up to? What's she doing?" I basically said, she likes this, that, and other, and I was like, but man, I'm extremely selfish. I'm out here playing golf like every weekend, and she stays at home, and so I'm just glad you were able to go do this. Don't get me wrong, I would have loved to have been there, and I know if it would have worked out, I could have been there. I will say I was scared to death the whole time you were gone, because you don't know, anything can happen.
We live 2.5 hours away.
I mean, traveling I wasn't really worried about because the Subaru takes care of us. Subaru, thank you. But just the traffic, and then parking and parking deck, and then, just walking by yourself. I was not through it. I told her, I said, all right, when you get there, I need you to FaceTime me. Even if you have the phone on your side and you're just walking, FaceTime me. She goes, okay. She gets there. And I'm like, okay, FaceTime me. She goes, okay, I'll FaceTime you when I'm inside. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. FaceTime. Because, if anything would have happened to you, I could have not been able to do anything.
This is me rolling my eyes because he doesn't understand that when I got there are police officers everywhere, multiple police officers. I'm traveling in groups of people.
I understand
that. Groups of people walking across the street. Nothing is going to happen.
I understand that, but
stop it. You're getting all mushy.
Okay, well,
basically,
no, we're not. We're keeping this in, woman. But no, I was just, really wanting to make sure you're okay. Which you were, and you FaceTime me.
I'm an adult. I don't know if anybody knows this who's watching. I promise I'm over the age of 18, regardless of what some people who work in Lowe's believe. I am over the age of 18.
People at Lowe's believe. Oh, gosh. It was hilarious. When we first got married and we got pregnant with Captain, Captain came along. People always said, oh, my gosh, your little boy. And she's like, yeah. And they would assume that Erin was the babysitter and not his mom. So it was always fun to see their faces whenever she told them, oh, no, that's my son.
No, the most recent thing was when Saint was 8 months old. I had to run into Lowe's for something, and I had him in one of those baby carriers where you carry him on the front of you, and he was asleep, and I'm walking through, and I'm checking out. The lady said, is that your baby? And I'm like, yep, that's my baby. She says, no, you're too young to have a baby. You've got to be at least 17. And I'm like, well, I mean, thank you. Like, a part of me was like, well, thank you that you think I'm 17.
My husband's real old. That's what she always says.
But on the other part, I'm like, well, if I was 17, you should just be giving me a round of applause for taking care of an 8-month-old baby at 17 years old. That's what you should be doing. But at the most part, it was kind of funny that she thought I was 17 when I'm not 17.
Yeah, well, I get told I'm young all the time. But
right.
Moving on.
But it was a good time. I got to see Max Peach, whatever. I got to see Max Fried pitch, which was a really big deal for me. I wanted to see him pitch. Yeah. But so that was really
how many
cool.
people aren't listening anymore.
I know.
Keep talking about
probably baseball. They're probably telling us to hush.
No.
And we won the game.
Maybe.
So that was good. I was a little nervous we weren't going to win just because they've already played two games against the Diamondbacks and they've won both. And for some reason recently they haven't been able to win that last game in the series recently, but they did it. They swept the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I got to see it. So, I was excited about it.
Yeah, it was an intense end of a game.
It was 0-0 all the way through till the bottom of the ninth, and Olsen hits a single, gets on first base, and then Riley comes up and hits. Everyone thought it was about to be a home run, but it was basically a double. It was a double. Yeah. It bounced off the wall, and Matt Olsen just went for it, and he trucked it, went into home plate.
And the funny thing about Matt Olsen is I always tell you, I was like, he always does something really awesome and he doesn't smile. And you couldn't tell, but and maybe I'll show you. But when he slides in, he's smiling the whole time. And I was like, yeah. I don't know. I got really excited. All of us here in the Eubanks household, we were cheering. Captain thought we were cheering for you. He was like, Mommy, yay, Mommy. And I was like, yeah, sure.
I did absolutely nothing to win that game, but sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah.
I know it's a new stadium. I've never been there. Last time I went to a Braves game, honest truth, probably was a youth group trip long time ago.
So we're talking 20 years ago.
Maybe 2008. I don't know. 9 maybe. I don't, I'm not that older and old. Okay. So anyways, but yeah, so I'm glad you had a good time. I probably said that 4 times, but I really am glad that you had. I was very ecstatic when you text me. You sent me all kinds of pictures. Sent me some videos. Some of the photos you had, I was like, these could be wallpapers, for your phone. And so it's pretty cool. And you were pretty close, so you got to kind of see them and all. But I know you would have been happy if anywhere.
I would have been happy anywhere. But it was nice to be a little bit closer. I had some random woman take a photo of me because you requested me to have a photo with the field in the background. Yeah. So I
had to push you to do that because you were.
I don't like asking people to do things for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was like, "Have you gotten the picture yet?" And you're like, "No, not yet." I was like, "Go get the picture." And then she took a picture in portrait mode, which is literally the only thing that's focused at you. But thank goodness she took another one, which you see in the background. But
I don't even know how she got it on portrait mode. I didn't hand her the phone in portrait mode. I don't know if she was trying to get artsy. I don't know the girl, so have no clue. But what's funny is I was nervous to ask somebody to do that. But as I'm leaving the park, I had 3 separate couples ask me to take photos for them. And I don't know if it was because I was by myself, so they
probably
figured,
know us, Drew plus Erin. They probably seen our
right.
work.
They probably figure, oh, this girl has nothing better to do. She's by herself anyway. Let me just ask her.
Maybe next time we can go together and have a good time. And
it'd be fun.
It'd be expensive, but it'll be fun.
It would be fun.
But anyways,
and honestly, can you count? Was it really that expensive since I didn't pay for food and drink?
I mean, oh gosh, you go to any now college, even some places high school games. I mean, like a drink and the Green Jackets game, for instance, you had bowl peanuts and a drink and maybe some fries. I mean, that's $30.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I think that was a great deal. And it gave you opportunity to go into air condition, right?
It did, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, I'd walk in there just to cool off for a minute and go back in, and they had bathrooms in there, so I didn't have to go searching for a bathroom, so that was cool.
That's awesome. That's real cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It kind of reminds me of like Schmidt and New Girl. when him and Cece. If you haven't seen New Girl, it's a great TV show. Go watch it. Phenomenal characters, every character, and believe me, we'll be talking about that probably in an episode when we talk about TV shows. But like when Schmidt goes and he gets into the
I actually think it's first class. I think it is the Delta first class club.
Gosh, you're right.
In the airport, yeah.
And he gets in to the first class club waiting room, and he's walking around. He's just like feeling everything. And he's holding the pillows and
sitting in the chair,
and talking to people, and just like you could totally tell he's not belongs there at all.
Yeah,
and meant to be there. And but yeah, it's hilarious because you were just like all giddy laughing.
That's how I felt when I first walked in there. I was like amazed. Like, what did I walk into? Yeah. I don't belong here.
Yeah.
I belong at the top level probably with the people.
No, you deserve better behind the home plate.
Yeah, no. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no.
It was awesome. Really cool experience. Mm-hmm. But we're done talking about it. Cool. I'm really excited to go into our favorite five.
I'm proud of you because usually you would talk continuously about this, but
yeah, no, we're going to stop. But I'm really excited about this favorite five we've come up with. It's going to be interesting. We're
not winging it because I have ideas in my head and I know you do too, but before we get into that,
the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
So take it away.
Yes. So before we do that though, thank you everyone that's watched all of our videos, followed us in all the platforms, but subscribe still, knock the notification button, press it so that anytime we post anything on YouTube or even Instagram or Facebook or anything, you get notified. We're going to keep this thing going. Having a blast doing it. We've done a handful. But yeah, subscribe to YouTube, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify, Apple to listen because we know some people don't watch.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to listen. I listened to a podcast up there on the way to the game today and on the way home. So listen away. It's just easier if you say subscribe or follow because then you get notified. But yeah, but let's get into this top five. Sorry, not top five. It's favorite five.
Favorite five. You worked really hard on that title.
It's fine. I actually didn't. I didn't even realize I came up with it. It was a complete accident.
So this is what we'll do. Since kind of we're talking about baseball and sports, let's do this. Our favorite five will be which sport you would like to play. Our top five sports you would like to play professionally if you could.
If you could play any sport.
But you can't say baseball.
And you can't say golf.
And I can't say golf. And because we know that would be our number ones.
I would only want to play baseball if I could play it as like at the level that a man could, which I don't believe I ever could. So it's impossible. Just couldn't do it.
You're too pretty.
Sure.
That's dumb.
I'm too clumsy.
I didn't want to say that, but anyways.
Don't have enough power. It doesn't matter. The point is I can't
You've been working out.
Sure.
So I'll go first. If I could play these five sports professionally, that would be pretty awesome and sick. I'll start off. I'm cheating just a little bit because it has the word golf in the name. But yeah, number five, I would go disc golf. Used to play it back in high school. Not going to say I was good. Not going to say I was bad either, but I enjoyed it. And it's grew, and there's a lot of professionals playing it now. But yeah, disc golf. Number four might be a shocker to you, but I'm going to say tennis.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you did not
see that coming.
No. So tennis, and I would say just because, to be honest with you, to be that physically fit, to run around, on a court and hit a ball as hard as you can. Sometimes it can go up to 100 miles an hour. That would be pretty sick to do. Number three, I would probably say baseball. I love baseball. I enjoyed it. I've grown to love it even more since marrying you and watching it. Really enjoy, watching the Braves play, but I think it would be kind of cool. none of these sports I'm going to say I've been ever good at, and one I've never played. But baseball I did play back in the day. Played t-ball, enjoyed it.
T-ball, baseball.
We won. Go Mets. 2000 something. No, it wasn't 2000 something. Oh my gosh.
He's talking like 1990.
God, I think it was 1995 to be exact, actually.
Some of us were playing t-ball in 1995, and some of us were playing
nothing.
With blocks. I don't know.
Anyways, so yes, disc golf, tennis, baseball. Number 3, I will go ahead and say basketball. I'm not a fan of the NBA right now.
I just made the worst face. I just don't like basketball.
I know you don't, but
I can't even say basketball.
I used to play it all the time. I played for the homeschool Eagles. We were 1-18. We did really well, but they've grown. They're really good now. They actually win games, but we won one game against Fox Creek. Okay, I got to tell a story. I'm going to do it real quick. So one of my top favorite sports moments in my life, I have 3, and this is one of them. I'll tell the other 2 later. I was playing for the homeschool Eagles team. We just started. It was our first year, I think, officially being a team. We were playing Fox Creek. Fox Creek also had just started being a school. Golly, I'm old. And they had a basketball team, and it was awesome. We played them actually 6 times because we were just starting. Anyways, got the ball, got put in the game. I don't know why, but I got put in the game, and the guy passed me Ethan Robinson. He passed me the ball, and I was at the 3-point line. Now, I had stepped back, and I had pretty much was standing at like an NBA range 3-point line because they changed it from high school, college. Anyways.
It doesn't matter. You're good.
And the guy in front of me literally said, "You're not going to make that. You're a joke." And I looked at him. I stood up, shot the ball, swish, right in his face. It was beautiful. The only 3-pointer I think I made that whole game, but it was awesome. I thought it was the stuff. Thank you, babe. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, basketball number 2, and number 1. You probably could guess this. Probably football.
Yeah.
I would say play football. I've always said I could probably be a good offensive line or tight end that does. Blocking, not really catching, but I don't know.
A tight end who doesn't catch anything.
Well, they do that. There's tight ends that all they do is block and maybe do pass catching. Anyways, play action, pass, whatever. Anyways, I don't know the terminology myself. But yeah, so football would probably be my number 1. Love fantasy football. Love everything about football. You do love fantasy football. College football, go Gamecocks. I'm a big Gamecock fan. So yeah, I would probably say that. Don't have any stories about football because I never played it. But yeah, so my 5, disc golf, tennis, baseball, basketball, and football. So those would be mine. I know it's kind of lame, but
the tennis one just really threw me for a loop.
I know.
Didn't see it coming.
I know.
The disc golf I figured would be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I knew football was going to be in there.
I don't know why, but I just I get a little fascinated about watching tennis, but I've never watched a full match.
Okay.
I actually don't even understand the scoring on how tennis works, but I did play it one time with some friends. Didn't do so well, but I think it would be kind of cool. I think it would be pretty sick to be known to be amazing at that sport. So
that would be really cool.
But yeah, go ahead. What's your 5? And baseball cannot be a part of it.
I'm aware.
I can't wait to listen to this.
Okay.
I've barely ever seen her run. I've seen her. I think I know one of them. Oh, I know one of them. Okay. I've seen her work out and do some workout stuff, but I've never seen my wife run ever.
Running is just doesn't agree with everybody, okay?
No.
I only run when I have the urge to feel like I'm dying, which is not often.
I hope not.
I don't often wake up and think, today I just want to feel like I'm on the cusp of death.
Oh my gosh.
So that's how I feel. I feel like I can't breathe. Even though I do intensive workout, intense workouts, whatever. I do intense workouts.
Yeah, you do.
I do cardio, but running is just not. Anyways, we don't.
So running is out. She's not going to do that professionally.
I'm not going to be a professional runner.
So go ahead. I'm like I said, I'm very excited to hear this.
Okay. Number 5 would be figure skating. Okay, just listen though, okay?
Wait, is it figure skate? That's a type of running?
Oh no, absolutely not. Okay,
you're running on ice.
You're dancing on ice.
I was not expecting figure skating.
Man,
I didn't think through my list because I could have done some really good ones too. Dadgummit.
You didn't think. You have to think outside of that normal box of baseball, football, basketball, soccer.
When you say professional, and I know all these are professional too, it's just those are...
You're thinking of something that has seasons where you watch episodes of things, or you watch games and things like
weekly
that.
games and stuff.
Figure skating, you're mostly going to see that in the Olympics.
That's amazing.
But yeah, figure skating.
I did not expect that. Okay.
I mean, you got to think the talent those people have to
amazing.
Be on the ice. And then I want to know the feeling of what it feels like to twirl around the ice, to feel really free like that, and then to do these like running leaps and jumps and twirls. Like that's got to be the best feeling in the world.
I would love to see you in one of those little skirt things. Like just running around in ice.
I would probably look like one of those little girls who's trying to skate for the first time and keeps falling on her face. That would be me.
Figure skating. Okay, I can't wait to listen to hear the rest.
Okay.
Go. Figure skating. Heck yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I knew I was like really gonna throw you off there. So my 4 would be rugby.
Okay. I can see that one.
Like I could get some aggression out.
Yeah.
I could do it in a British country, area, place, whatever. You get the point.
Gosh, you would just be like Ross in episode in Friends. Yes. You would just run and jump in the middle and just have your feet dangling at the top. Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious. Go ahead. Sorry. Yours is definitely going to win. You have a better one already. Go ahead.
No, I would never actually be good at any of these things. But anyways, number 3 would be a gymnast.
Okay.
That would be, again, like figure skating. Like that would be insane to hone your body and have that much strength and agility and just confidence in your body to do those things. Like that's insane.
I give them mad props because you got to think the first time they ever done a trick that they're trying to do and how many times they've messed up. Like mentally in my head on the golf course, I mess up on a shot. It takes me like 6 shots to go, okay, get past it.
Yeah.
But to be able to do a flip and then land on your back and you're like, all right, let's go do it again. I'll be like, no, I'm going to lay here for a second.
I know. It really takes control and just patience with yourself to learn things and a strength that, I mean, not everybody has the kind of strength to, like you said, get up after falling 100 times and to get back up. And I'm really exaggerating that number, but you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I get it.
It's an intense, sport. And I just remember being a little girl and never being able to like perfect a cartwheel or a flip or a split, thinking, man, why can't I do this? It would be so cool to do this. So that's why I thought of a gymnast, because it's something I wanted to do when I was a little girl, and just I don't think I have the whole like equilibrium in my body to do any of that. But anyways,
so real quick, figure skating, rugby, gymnast. Okay, you got number 2.
I have 2 more. MMA. Which is so common.
I totally did not think through this list. Sorry, everyone. My list is totally lame. Go ahead. We do a little, I don't know if we announced this in any other previous ones, but we will post our top 5, our favorite 5, and say whose top 5 did you like the most. We've done a few already. Erin's definitely got this one. I did not think through this at all.
You thought basic. You got to think outside of basic.
I dropped the ball.
You did. I almost want to give you a chance to redo it after mine.
I might go do 2. Maybe not. That's lame. I made my decision. I'm going to stick to them.
Stick to it. Okay.
But yours are phenomenal. Go ahead. I will. MMA. Great
how did you not see that coming?
It's been a long day. The boys.
They do drain you mentally. Yeah. My favorite
sword fighting is all I know right now. So.
Well, you're gonna like my number 1 then.
Oh gosh.
So, anyways, MMA. My favorite workout is a boxing program, and so that was kind of a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be successful in that, but doesn't matter. I've been like doing this boxing workout for a while and I enjoy it. So I was like, MMA would be something I would, not be great at, but would in my head I could be great at it. Sure.
But MMA was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. And then my number 1 would be fencing.
Fencing. Wow.
Now, okay, if there was an actual sword fighting like competition,
well, I mean, it would be a lot of death, and you can't do that, Erin.
There would be a lot of death. So obviously, I couldn't do that. But fencing would be really cool. Yeah. I don't know.
Fencing would be cool.
I really like swords and sword fighting.
Yeah.
It is my fault that Lion's first words were on guard.
Well, I mean, I literally, got you a sword from Lord of the Rings for an anniversary gift, and you were more excited about that than me proposing to you with a diamond ring.
I told him that he could have just proposed to me with the sword.
I wish I had known, because it would have saved me a lot of money. But you know what? I'm glad
Hindsight's 20/20.
I know.
Can't go back now. Now I've got both.
You have a phenomenal list, and I'm jealous of it. I went pretty lame.
So I went figure skating, rugby, gymnast, MMA, fencing.
That is, I mean, all crazy good, and I was lame. Besides my first one and my second one, maybe. I went disc golf, tennis.
See, I almost said ice hockey.
But
then I'm like, I would rather do figure skating.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh, when you said figure skating, I was not expecting that. That was amazing. I don't know. That's crazy.
I had to think outside the box because I don't like basketball. I've never liked basketball. I hate the sound of squeaking shoes on the court, and I don't know. I just don't like basketball. I do like football, but
I think where I went towards is what have I done? Besides football, I've never played. I played baseball, like I said. I played basketball back in high school. I did play disc golf. I have hung out with friends and played tennis. So in my head, I was like, okay, what have I done? But I totally lost. I will admit that. I wish I would have expanded a little bit, because I would have said boxing or MMA. That would have been great. I would have probably said something like maybe skateboarding. That would have been surfing. Would have been a great one.
I thought surfing, but the idea of being on a surfboard with like 15-foot waves, honest to God, terrifies me.
I don't know. I would rather do that than gymnastics, flying up in the air and then falling down.
But you have some kind of control over what you're doing, but you have no control over the ocean. The ocean is a beast, and you have no control over that thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So the idea of like being on a surfboard, so I give it to those people who do that. You have way more courage than I do, because you're literally up against a force of nature that you have no control over.
That's true. Very true. Well, you have an awesome killer list. You just have had a day, haven't you?
I have. All this like alone time without children that are like draining me and pulling on me and kicking me in the face and trying to kill me with foam swords.
Yeah. Well, all I know is it's almost that time Saint's going to want to visit with his mom. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just close this out. So I do want to say that we do record these ahead of time, about 3-4 weeks ahead of time. So like the game, when this episode comes out, this game's going to be probably happened 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. But because we had to record ahead of time, just because we just don't know kind of our schedule. So we try to record 2 a week, and we've just been doing it. So a lot of this is a little dated, but we don't care.
Hey, no.
Yeah. So I hope everyone's enjoying watching the podcast and listening to the podcast. Got some great feedback from some friends that helped us out. But definitely comment below if you want us to chat about anything. If you want to get to know more about me.
If you want to know how old he is. What our age difference is.
We're not going to talk about that right now. But yes, I am much older than Erin, and who cares? But comment below, hang out with us. Basically just comment, subscribe if you don't mind. I know I'm going to push that because I watch so many YouTube videos and listen to so many podcasts, and I hear them say
look out for our next episode, because we already have what we're going to talk about down.
And I'm very excited.
We're so excited. Andrew's so excited. He actually bought a prop that I'm going to have to explain in detail as to what it is for you guys who are listening on Spotify or Apple and not watching on YouTube. Yep. But we actually postponed this subject so that he could buy this prop.
Yes. She's like, let's do this for the next one. I was like, sound cool. And then I was like, wait a minute, I have an idea. And so we bought something for it. And I'm excited. I'm excited about it. This
is actually a conversation I had with him a while back, and he didn't have a lot of input in it because we still have to
do a little more research.
Well, he has to do a little more research so he can be on the same page as me, and we can have an actual conversation / debate. It's going to be more of a debate, but we'll see. I think it's going to be awesome.
But yeah, we're excited. We just thank everyone for watching and listening, and thanks for hanging out with us while our kids are sleeping.
And to all of you who've reached out about book recommendations, if you are serious about it, from here on out, every episode I might throw out one book for you to go look for. But if you are really interested in getting a list of books from me, just message me on Instagram, Facebook, and tell me your last 2 books that you read that you really liked, and I can send you some book recommendations based off of that. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah. So, you've read a lot, so you know.
I've read a lot. So, remember that those 415 books were just this year. So maybe we could talk about what I've read in the last 2 years.
A lot of people will be shocked. But anywho, well, thanks for everyone for watching and hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time.